Ngayong hapon sa tanan, please allow me to read my official statement, no? Kasi baka umabang masyado, limited lang yung time ni Vice President Leni. Partido Reporma has always sought to represent the better ideals in politics, mindful of the limitations imposed by a far from perfect world, but faithful to the aim of attaining good governance through reform as its constant guiding North Star. Given the challenges that the nation must confront due to the pandemic, the resulting economic crisis, and the spillover adverse consequences in the everyday lives of our people, we initiated an urgent campaign called We Need a Leader 2022. There is no doubt that after a thorough search, we found a once-in-a-generation candidate, a rare gem who devoted his entire life to exceptional public service, risked life and limb for his countrymen, cleaned the ranks of the police force when he led the institution, fought against corruption, and advocated consistently and credibly for good governance. And when he became a senator, he authored important laws, including but not limited to free irrigation for our farmers, national ID system to simplify government processes, and increase in the pay of military and uniformed personnel to support our heroes. He is also the guardian of the national budget, protecting the treasury from those who seek to plunder it. He knows that corruption is not a victimless crime, and with every peso lost, Filipinos tragically have less healthcare, education, infrastructure, and economic opportunities. Last but not least, his advocacy for budget reform is the key to bringing development to the countryside. Empowering LGUs by giving them more funds and handing over to them the ability to efficiently and effectively respond to the needs of their constituents is key to long-lasting development. Senator Panfilo Lacson is the best, and our leaders on the ground have echoed that sentiment time and again. Even supporters of our candidates agree. And under ideal circumstances, they want to campaign and vote for him and see him lead the country. He is the most qualified to be president. But the electoral terrain in 2022 is far from ideal. The faith had other plans. Time and context framed the narrative of 2022 in a way that gave traction, rightly or wrongly, to other candidacies instead. This is a difficult fact which takes courage to admit. Right now, two candidates have pulled away from the pack, and while the candidate second in ranking still lags far behind from the front runner, it is evident that her campaign has gained. The continues to gain significant traction. There is much potential there, she has also shown that she represents ideals which are substantially in line with the aims of Partido Reporma to reform government and provide a better future for the Filipinos. Our ground leaders have expressed their wish to participate in that brave calling. And that is why a hard choice must be made. With a heavy heart, many members of Partido Reporma are constrained to consider a candidate other than their first choice. We reasonably believe that we will pursue the realization of our collective aspirations, ordinary Filipinos, at a better life. The Reporma members and officers concerned, they positively but realistically view the opportunity to help ensure that the Leni Robredo campaign is strengthened and further represented by additional sectors of society, especially from those in Mindanao, our home, which runs the risk of being neglected again when President Rodrigo Duterte steps down from office. We respect the choice of our members and officers. They are not pink, but they are reformists, and they are for Leni Robredo. The fight for good governance and a better tomorrow for our people has never been and never will be limited to a single color. And on my part, I personally have also made a decision. With time still left, but admittedly, not a lot of it, decisive action is necessary. We must respond to the demands of patriotism, requiring us to set aside personal preferences, the end goal being collective victory for good governance, a better future for Filipinos, and a strong and progressive nation. We need a leader. And for the 2022 presidential elections, given all these considerations and the crisis we have to overcome, that leader is a woman. Her name is Leni Robredo.